Here's my overview of the Nakamichi 1000 MB, which I feel like is the best build quality of any Nakamichi CD player or transport mechanism. I originally thought this was more like the CD player 1 through 3, excuse me, because based on my previous experience of owning all three of those mechanisms, they all had pretty much the same laser and CD transport, with each one having a little better build quality than the other. You know, they had the same laser motor, pretty much the same disc trays, but they had better dampening and better vibration control on the higher end ones, with the CD player 1 being the highest. I basically thought in this one that I would found a CD player 1 mechanism, but with the extra build quality that this has, you know, the extra vibration dampening of the outside, and I'd always heard it was vacuum sealed, so I figured all that plus a CD player 1 mechanism. But what I found inside, it was quite a surprise. In addition to all the extra build quality, what you have is a quite a bit different mechanism. It's using the same laser as the rest of them, but the rest of it's totally different. It's using a belt-driven worm sled motor for the laser, which results in smoother back and forth vibration dampening. It's got pretty deep grooves. You can see the build quality on just the worm drive there, and I can't really get a good picture of it, but the motor is not a standard cheap motor like the rest of them use. That's the only way I can say it. It's actually a DC servo motor, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same one as the Dragon. If anybody is expert on this and happens to know, please let us know in the comments. I'm basically going on what I can remember about this deck and a little bit I could dig up on it. The disc clamp on this, they all look about the same, but this has a polymer resin disc clamp for better vibration dampening. Here's one from a CD player 3. As you can see, it's basically just plastic, so it's definitely, you know, quite a bit better build quality there on the disc clamp. And it's got a massive power supply, a lot of which was built for the add-on DAC. These basically come in two models. The transport, which was like $6,000 around 1990, and if you added the DAC board, it was $7,000. As far as I know, the DAC board wasn't sold separately, but basically that's the circuitry for the transport, part of the power supply for the transport, and the rest of it over here is basically for the DAC if you added one. And what I repaired on this, I bought this non-working, and basically I initially thought it was a bad CD lens, but after further investigation, it was basically a bad RF amp. So I replaced that, and also it had a sticking switch, and I took this apart and I found two transformers, two totally separate transformers, one being for the transport mechanism and the other one being for the analog output, you know, if you actually happen to have that board. So one of them in this case is going unused, basically just for the transport, but yeah, it's just totally separate. Just amazing build quality. It reminds me of like a really high-end Krell, except Krell never made a CD changer. But if anybody knows about this deck, please let us know more about it in the comments, because like I say, I'm just going on what I've dug up and what I can remember about it, because it was typically sold with a 1000, or meant to go with a 1000p processor, which I also just restored, and I'll probably do another video of the sound quality, you know, connected to that. And you know, also they had the 1000 DAT, which also was going with this, and would go with the 1000p. But Well, that's about all I can think of. Oh yeah, the Dragon, comparing it to the Dragon. Some guy on the forum said they sound about the same as a Transport, but the Dragon, from what I can, I got the schematic and service manual for the Dragon, and I've never actually had one, but from what I understand, they're basically a car mechanism, but with extra vibration dampening, aka the wood sides, and the Dragon, it's basically using a Sanyo motor, a Sanyo laser, but it's actually not using a DC servo motor like this. Oh yeah, and this one also has a solid metal disc platter that the disc actually sets on. The platter is what the disc sets on, and the disc clamp is this top piece. I sometimes mix them up, but that's basically what they are. But it has a solid metal one that affixes to the DC servo motor. And so basically, in my opinion, better build quality than the Dragon. The Dragon may sound just as good through other means, such as maybe a better laser or better digital filtering or something like that. But like I say, I've never heard it. But as far as just regular build quality, I would have to say this is one of the best Transport build qualities I've ever seen, and definitely the best Nakamichi build quality. And well, that's about it, folks. Like I say, if you know anything more about this deck, please mention it in the comments. And well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.